The sun hovered low over the modest row of homes in Eastbrook Heights, as Danielle Morris stared at the peeling front door of the small house she had grown up in. The chipped burgundy paint and warped frame felt like symbols of the memories trapped inside, memories that clung to her like thick vines. Her suitcase sat beside her leg, patched with faded stickers from dollar store bins, the same ones she had used years ago when she had dreamed of running away. She had been 17 then, too afraid. 23 now, she felt the weight of both fear and determination in equal measure. Inside the house, Gloria Morris, her mother, moved loudly through the hallway, slamming cabinet doors for dramatic emphasis. She had always made noise to communicate what she could not control with words. Gloria believed that volume made her right, and guilt made her powerful. For years, she had used Danielle as an extension of herself. She had taken out credit cards with Danielle's social security number, piling debt onto a daughter she claimed she loved. Whenever the bills arrived and Danielle asked about them, Gloria would make her feel ungrateful for even questioning her. Danielle had spent most of her life believing that love required suffering. Only recently had she discovered that suffering did not have to be a permanent state of living. Her phone buzzed. A message from Marcus Turner flashed across the cracked screen. Marcus, I am parked outside. Take your time. I am here. Danielle exhaled slowly. Marcus was steady in ways she still struggled to understand. He had met her during her first job at the community library, and he had seen her break down behind the circulation desk one afternoon when she received a notice about overdue credit card payments she never made. While she had cried in frustration, Marcus had simply sat with her. No demands, no judgment, just presence. And presence, she learned, could feel like safety. Gloria emerged from the kitchen. Her hair was wrapped in a leopard print scarf, and her robe hung loosely around her shoulders. She glanced at the suitcase and glared as if the sight insulted her personally. "You really think you can make it on your own?" Gloria said. She crossed her arms slowly, savoring the moment the way she always did when she felt control slipping. "You think you are grown because a man with a car says you deserve better." "It is not about him," Danielle replied carefully, gripping her suitcase handle. "It is about me." Gloria scoffed. "Everything you have is because of me. I fed you. I raised you. I sacrificed for you. And this is how you repay me." Danielle had heard this speech her entire life. It was the starter pistol for every argument, a rehearsed line meant to make her feel guilty enough to stay. "I love you," Danielle said, "but I cannot live here anymore. I cannot keep cleaning up messes I did not make." "You are dramatic. You always have been." Danielle did not respond. She simply lifted her suitcase and stepped forward while Gloria muttered insults under her breath. Every step out the door felt like peeling away a layer of skin, a painful freedom, but still freedom. Marcus stepped out of his car when he saw Danielle emerge onto the porch. He wore a simple gray hoodie and jeans, but his warm expression softened the tension stretching across her face. He did not try to hug her immediately. He knew she was fighting invisible battles that no one else could see. "Ready?" he asked softly. Danielle nodded, even though she felt anything but ready. He took the suitcase from her hand, placing it gently in the trunk. When he opened the passenger door for her, Danielle hesitated for a breath before sliding into the seat. She glanced one last time at the house. The window curtains shifted, and she knew Gloria was watching. Marcus got in and started the car, pulling away slowly. As the distance grew, Danielle waited for a wave of panic, a crushing guilt, or a sudden urge to return. But nothing came. Only a quiet ache, a gentle, startling kind of sadness that did not chain her to the ground. They arrived at Marcus's small apartment. It was not fancy. The furniture was mismatched, and a stack of textbooks sat on the coffee table. But the space felt warm, like a lived-in sanctuary. Danielle touched the arm of the sofa, surprised at how soft it felt. "You are safe here," Marcus said. "You can stay as long as you need." Danielle swallowed hard. "Thank you." Over the next few weeks, Danielle worked long hours at her job, determined to pay off the debt Gloria had created in her name. She called credit card companies, explained her situation, filed disputes, and waited on hold for hours. Every conversation dug up new frustrations, but Marcus cooked dinner for her when she was too tired. He studied quietly at the table while she handled paperwork. He listened when she vented. He did not try to fix her, only supported her while she fixed her own pieces. But Gloria did not fade from the background. She called repeatedly. Sometimes she shouted. Sometimes she cried. Sometimes she pretended she had no idea why Danielle was upset. One day she left a voicemail accusing Danielle of abandoning family. Another day she claimed she was sick and needed help. Danielle ignored most calls, but sometimes her resolve cracked. And when it cracked, the guilt slithered back in. One Sunday afternoon, after a tense phone argument, Danielle sat on the couch, trembling. Marcus sat beside her, not touching her until she leaned into him. "She makes me feel like everything is my fault," she whispered. Marcus nodded gently. "That is because she wants control. You breaking free threatens her sense of power." Danielle closed her eyes. "I want a life that is mine." "And you are already building it," Marcus said, "piece by piece, day by day." Slowly, she began to believe him. 2 years passed. Danielle and Marcus moved into a nicer apartment in Riverton Hill, closer to Danielle's new job at a community outreach center. She helped young adults navigate financial literacy, an ironic twist considering her own past, but she found purpose in guiding others through challenges she understood deeply. Marcus completed his degree in social work. Their lives intertwined naturally, their routines blended. Their laughter echoed through shared mornings. They had disagreements, but they handled them with patience instead of explosions. Meanwhile, Gloria's behavior grew increasingly erratic. She showed up unannounced at Marcus and Danielle's apartment more than once, banging on the door and demanding to be let in. She spread rumors among relatives, claiming Danielle had abandoned her in her time of need. Danielle's cousin sent messages asking about the drama filtered through Gloria's lens, but Danielle remained focused on her own growth. One evening, Marcus knelt in their living room, holding a small blue velvet ring box. The city lights flickered softly through the curtains. "Danielle Morris," he said, his voice steady and warm. "You are the strongest woman I have ever known. You fight for yourself and for others. You make every room brighter. I want to build a future with you. Will you marry me?" Danielle covered her mouth with both hands. Tears slid down her cheeks without permission. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, I will." Their embrace felt like the release of every old chain. They planned a modest ceremony in a garden outside the city, a small gathering of friends. No stress, no drama. Peace was the theme. But peace was not something Gloria ever allowed. When she learned about the engagement, she called Danielle repeatedly, demanding details. When Danielle told her the wedding would be small and private, Gloria erupted. "You really think you can have a wedding without your own mother?" Gloria shouted over the phone. "I want a calm ceremony," Danielle said carefully. "No fighting, no guilt." "You are ungrateful. I raised you alone. I sacrificed everything. And now you are too good for me." "It is not about being too good for you," Danielle replied. "It is about wanting a healthy day free from chaos." Gloria hung up without another word. Danielle knew the fallout would come later. The wedding day arrived with clear skies and fragrant air. Danielle wore a soft ivory gown with lace sleeves, while Marcus wore a simple charcoal suit. Their closest friends formed a small circle around them beneath the arch of blooming magnolia branches. As the officiant spoke gentle words about unity, Danielle felt her heart swell. This moment felt like a reclamation, a step into a life she once thought she was unworthy of. After the ceremony, Marcus held her hands and whispered, "This is the beginning." Danielle smiled. "Yes, a beginning we built together." The reception was quiet and intimate. Music hummed low in the background. Guests shared stories, laughter, and well wishes. There were no shouting matches, no guilt trips, no emotional manipulation. For the first time in her life, Danielle experienced a milestone untouched by her mother's chaos. Later that night, as she and Marcus returned to their apartment, her phone buzzed relentlessly. Dozens of messages, missed calls, voicemails, all from Gloria. Marcus placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Do you want to listen to them?" "No," Danielle said. "Not now." But the next morning, Gloria showed up at their apartment building. She pounded on the entrance door, screaming that her own daughter had betrayed her. A neighbor eventually called the police to calm the situation, and Gloria was escorted away. Danielle spent the rest of the day shaking. Marcus held her hand as they sat together on the couch, the weight of everything pressing in. "I knew she would be upset," Danielle said softly, "but I did not know she would come here." "She sees your independence as abandonment," Marcus said. "She believes she owns a part of you." Danielle sighed heavily. "I cannot live like this forever." Over the next year, Danielle made several attempts to establish boundaries with her mother. She limited phone calls. She explained calmly that she needed space. She suggested family counseling, which Gloria refused. Every attempt to communicate ended in shouting or guilt trips. Gloria claimed that Danielle had been brainwashed by Marcus. She claimed that Marcus was turning her daughter against her. She accused Danielle of being selfish, unloving, and ungrateful. One afternoon, after a particularly harsh voicemail, Danielle sat alone in her office at the outreach center, staring at her computer screen. Her chest felt tight, her hands cold. The emotional exhaustion wrapped around her like heavy fabric. Marcus arrived to pick her up, saw her expression, and knelt beside her chair. "What happened?" he asked gently. Danielle handed him the phone. He listened to the voicemail silently. It was filled with angry accusations and emotional manipulation. Marcus set the phone down. "Danielle," he said softly, "you have done everything you can to maintain this relationship. You have given patience, empathy, and effort. But you cannot heal a relationship alone when the other person does not want to grow." Danielle nodded slowly. "I know." "What do you want?" he asked. She looked out the window. Cars passed by, people walked down the sidewalks. Life moved forward, always forward. But she felt stuck in the same emotional cycle she had been trapped in for years. "I want peace," she whispered. "Then choose peace," Marcus said. The final conversation happened on a quiet evening. Danielle sat on the balcony of their apartment, the sky painted with streaks of lavender and gold as the sun set. She held her phone in her hand, the device that had carried so many years of emotional wounds. Marcus sat beside her but kept his distance, giving her room to make her own choice. Danielle took a deep breath and dialed her mother's number. The call connected quickly. "I knew you would call," Gloria said. Her tone was sharp, triumphant, as if she believed she had finally won a battle. "Mother," Danielle began, her voice steady, though her hands trembled. "I need to say something, and I need you to listen without interrupting." Gloria huffed. "You always think you have something important to say." Danielle closed her eyes and continued. "I have tried to build a healthy relationship with you for years, but every attempt ends with blame, manipulation, and pain. I cannot carry that pain anymore. I am choosing a life where I can breathe." "You are abandoning me," Gloria snapped. "No," Danielle said firmly. I am letting go of the version of you that refuses to see me as a person. I cannot have you in my life if you continue to treat me as property. After everything I have done for you, Gloria sneered, you are heartless. Danielle exhaled deeply. I am done, Mother. You are dead to me. There was a beat of silence, not dramatic, not heavy, just quiet. Gloria hung up. Danielle lowered the phone and placed it beside her. Her hands shook, but a profound calm settled inside her chest. It felt like standing at the shore after escaping a storm, the waves still loud but no longer swallowing her whole. Marcus moved closer, wrapping an arm around her gently. Danielle leaned into him, not out of dependence, but out of choice. Are you all right? He asked softly. Yes, Danielle said. For the first time in my life, I am all right. The sky darkened slowly, the first stars appearing in the expanding night. Danielle watched them, breathing steadily, knowing that healing would come in waves, but it would come. She had chosen herself. She had chosen peace. And for the first time, peace chose her back.